Hey, good morning. It's your girl Mary, and I'm so glad you tuned in today. So today I have a special Avon haul. Yes, I'm going to use all the makeup that I got my hands on for an Avon haul, and I hope you're going to like it. So the first thing I've done off camera is I have moisturized my face. And the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to use this Magic Prime made by Avon. I'm just going to show you how much. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger here. Get it to come out. There it goes. Alright. Now that's quite a bit. So I'm just going to put some on my hand here. And I'm just going to bring it up and into the skin. It feels really nice and smooth. It's really soothing and smooth. It feels awesome. And I also like to do, if you're a more mature woman such as myself and you find yourself doing your makeup and you say, well, I have a few wrinkles here. So this is where I'm gonna put the primer right here. And I think you're not supposed to put it too close to your eye, but this is okay right here for me, as long as I don't get it into my eye. Okay, and I also like to make sure that my primer is sitting over here under the eye, and I'm pretty generous with it. It's not like I'm making a large buildup of it, but it does feel really nice on the skin. It feels smooth and soothing, really very nice on the skin. Okay, so while my and another thing is, don't try to rush the process. When you put your primer on, just let it have a few minutes to go into your skin and do the work that it's supposed to do, because I can assure you, if you go right now and start your foundation and you haven't let this kind of merge with your skin, it won't give you as good a look. Just give it a couple of minutes. Now, the other primer that I'm going to do next, and then we'll do my brows. How's that? I've been using this eye primer from P. Louise. And yes, Avon, I did use some of the face primer on my eye already. But check this out. This little tiny dab will really prime my eye. And the reason I like to use this is, whatever color I'm using is really going to, it'll really show itself, because I have a white base. I always like having a white base. And just like this. And since I already put my Magic X face primer on, I see how nicely the primer goes on? The white primer goes on after you put your face primer on. It really does go on nice without showing wrinkles. So here's another little bit I'm going to put on my finger, like that. A very small amount, because it's very concentrated. And I like to go in the inner corner and up to my brow line, all the way up to my brow line. The reason I do it all the way to my brow line is I plan to put makeup all the way up to there, and I kind of like to have the P. Louise down as my base. Okay, there we go. And you can see, you just put it on gently on the skin. Be gentle with the skin around your eyes. Just be gentle with it. Just tap it easy. Okay, that feels good. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, and I always like to keep my products in the boxes that they come in, just because I think it keeps them better and they stay fresher. So, I don't think my P. Louise came in a box. I got it off of Amazon, and I don't think it came in a box. It came wrapped up. Yeah, this is very nice. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I actually found an Avon brow pencil, and it's Avon Luxury Brow Liner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in. Let's just wipe some of the... What I always keep handy is a washcloth that I've moisturized a little bit, a a paper towel. There we go. Not to move too much of my makeup, but to get that off of my brow. Now, the lady did my brows at the nail shop, and I love the look she gave me. It's really nice. And so basically all I have to do is kind of fill it in a little bit and add a little bit more right to this edge. And I go up and I stay at the top of the brow because I want this to be a little higher. And I want the eye to be drawn higher. So I'm just putting this ever so gently in. And then after this, I'm going to go ahead and put some powder in the parts that I have missed with the pencil. I want to go get the new one by NYX. They have a new pencil that's like a pen, and I want to get the two colors. I want to get taupe and either light brown or caramel. Either one of those are the next in the line for. Now I kind of like to draw my brow up right here and down. Like that is my turning point right there. And I kind of like to highlight that, and it kind of gives an upward lift to the eye. Kind of like that a little bit. So that is the brow pencil. It is luxurious. It does work really very nice. I do like it. Now for the powder, you know, you can use any powder that you like if the color is the color you want. And this is kind of the color that I want to use right here, the beigey color. Let's see how this one goes in. I kind of like that because it takes away from the dark color that the pencil is a little darker, and I like the brow powder. Okay, so I'm going to be careful with this one that I don't get too much fallout here on this one. And just go along like that. I like to go along the top of the brow. You can also use wax for this if you prefer. I'm just going to use the powder right here and just kind of fill that in. The older you are, the less you want to mess with your brows too much. Yeah. Even when you're young, you don't want to really mess with your brows. That's your natural face. The brows make the shape of the face. They help shape the face. I'm going to put a little tiny bit more of the darker brown shade in there, and I'm going to go back to the lighter brown. I'm going to put it on my hand first and see how it came up. I just want it a little bit darker. I'm going to test it on my hand first so that I don't have an oops right there that I don't want to have. But yeah, I like mixing these colors. It's coming out really nice. That's the beauty of makeup. You can make whatever color you want to make by mixing your colors. You don't have to be stuck with what's in the palette here. You can mix them up a little bit. Okay, now I see here I got a little bit out of the line of my brow. So what I do is I keep these handy wipes, and I'm just gonna go like that and like that. Okay, now also I got this brow duo so that you can go in and, or even this one, you can go in and any place you want to just define the brow a little bit more and give it more of a clean look. I like using this little, it kind of helps define the lines, and also it cleans it up really good. You just try to have as steady as you can hand with it and work it along like that. And then, okay, now it looks obvious like this, and I'm leaving it this way for a reason. I'm going to let my skin absorb it, and then we're going to use the Beauty Blender and push it in a little more. Now, we got a lot done already. How is that? That's great, right? So, the next thing, I'm happy with all of that. That came out really nice. Now as you can see, I have some fine lines and wrinkles, and you can see that on my eye. So I'm going to take a nice blending brush. This is a really nice thick blending brush. And I'm just going to smooth over my Mr. P. Louise on the eye. Get rid of those little bit of cracks there. Okay, much better, right? You see, it looks much better. Okay, now I got this beautiful True Match palette from Avon, and it's called Avon True Colors. And my daughter was kind enough to get me the neutral colors. So we're going to go ahead and do a neutral look with my black and white. And I'm going to show you. It has, of course, the little eye makeup, you know, to apply the makeup. So here it is. So here's the lightest, and then we have the next, this one. And now this one is a shimmer. This one here, and the darker one isn't a shimmer. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try and see how this applies. We're just gonna go in and put this all over the lid. Just apply this all over the lid, and I'm picking up like a generous amount because I'm just tapping it into the lid. I'm not like stroking it really hard. I'm just tapping it into the lid here, just like that. Now we're gonna go do the left eye and just tap it into the lid. I guess you could call it like a vanilla color. It's quite of a neutral color. It's very pretty. And I'm just tapping it into the lid. And I think that is so pretty. All right, such a nice neutral color to start out with. Okay, so then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my nice brushes, not too big a brush, but because I want to dictate where I want this to go. So this brush is an angle brush. So the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of a darker color, but since I am going to use that, I'm going to get a little bit more of a fluffy brush for that. Not too much more fluffy because I still want to dictate where I want it to go. Let's just pick this up. See how nice it picks up like that? All right, we're going to go right into the crease here, and we're going to just make this crease look really nice and pretty. We're just gonna go like this and then come up, and then I like to kind of wing it out right like that, and then I want to make it go right below the brow, right below the brow here. See how nice that's going in right below the brow. And you see I don't have to add any more powder to my brush. I'm just using the powder that I do have. And what I love about this is it's got like a creamy consistency. So you know what it's doing? It's really going into the skin without harboring any buildup or lines that I don't want that be showing. See how nice it's gone in? And if you're older like myself, be careful not to put too much powder on because it will build up and it will make your eyes show their age a little more. Okay, now let's go in with my fluffy brush again and do the left eye. Now this color is like a it's a brown, but it's like a mossy brown, right? It has a little greenish hint to it, and I'm just loving the way it's going into my skin, into the eye. Okay, there we go. They must have a really creamy formula for that. So again, I'm going to go with my angle brush and just kind of clean up this line here. I just want it to go to here and then out a little bit as a wispy wing. come down to here and right there. So you can kind of see it's generating that color really nicely. And it has a nice line of demarcation. I'm going to do the same thing on this eye and have a little line of demarcation. I think that looks so pretty. All right, now you can see how nice these colors came out. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to press them in. I could use a blending brush, so let's use the brush and see if we can blend it in first. And if not, we're going to go ahead and this one has blended in really nice. Now we need to get this side to blend in really nice also. Okay, really good. Really very nice. All right. So you see how nice that is? And it's gone right into the skin really nice. Another thing I do is I take my little pad and I just take it and I press it, and any excess powder that is hanging loosely on the skin will come off, and also it'll press in the color just like that. Really nice. All right, now I want to go back in to the lighter color, and I want to take the lighter color and just use it under my brow. And for that, I'm going to use the little tool that came in here. These tools are handy. Okay, now just put it like that and just get the under eye right there. Okay, you can see I have a tad bit of fallout. I'm just going to kind of go like that. And what it's also doing is taking away the sharpness of that line. It's making that line be a little more dissipated, and it looks a little more natural when you put this right under the brow. It takes away from the harsh line of the darker color, but you want the darker color because you want to have some depth to your look. Okay, see how nice that does that? You can do this at home too. All right, now to go back in with, I want to go back in with this linear one, and I'm not going to even add more powder to the brush. I'm just going to smooth this over and lightly diffuse this line with a little bit of powder that was left on that brush. Yes, see how nicely it's diffused? That's really great, isn't it? Okay. Now, the darker color we can use at the corner of our eye, and for that I would use a small brush where I can dictate that it would be right in the corner. And the color I'm talking about is this dark brown right here. Okay, we're gonna load it up on the brush. You could use this as your eyeliner too. And I just go into the corner of the eye and just rotate it gently, just like that. Just rotate it gently, let it get absorbed into the lid. And I go almost halfway. You can see how that gives it nice depth. It's kind of alluring when you get your lashes on and your eye look is all fixed up. You'll see how it does it, makes it a little bit alluring, and that's what you want. You don't want it to be too obvious like that, but just a little bit is really pretty. Okay, I just need a little bit more to go to the center of my eye here. Okay. Now, all right. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to, really nice. Okay, very good. So you can see how we built up the eye, and we kind of designed the look of the eye. That's what I call like designing the lines in the eye. They're there, but you just, you know, you can accentuate them. You can make your look lifted more. You can also add more depth to your look with the darker colors. It depends upon your eye and what you like for makeup and what you're comfortable with. So it's all kind of individualized however you like it. But for me, I'm happy with this, and what I can do is take one of my designer fluffy brushes and just take it and just run it all along the eye here, and just ever so gently make sure everything is blended in really nicely, just like that, just like that. Really good. All right, now what I'm gonna do next is I like to put lashes on with whatever makeup I wear. I always like to wear lashes. it just, you know, since I'm a person that's a little bit older, it really helps the look. Now, before I put my lashes on, and I usually don't curl my lashes because they really don't need it that much. So I have my Love Mascara by Avon. Okay, I love the wand on this. I'm just going to add a light layer of mascara to my upper and lower lash line. And the reason I'm doing that is when I put my lashes on, this mascara is going to help my lashes blend better with my false lash. That's why I do that. And I like starting with the lower lash, even though it's early in the makeup routine and it can be smudged a little bit. I try to not to smudge it, but it also gives you an idea of what you're working with your lower lash. And it'll help you decide what you want to put on for powder or how you want to design your lower lash. See how nice that goes on? And it's just like really nice mascara. Not only did it lengthen it, it thickened it. And this is just like one full coat. I mean, maybe two. Maybe I went in twice with it, but not really. Just keep moving the wand. And then mascara comes off very easily off the skin. Just take your little paper towel and it will wipe away. Okay. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera and put my lashes on. Once I got my lashes on, we're going to do the under eye, and we're going to do my foundation with, I have this nice Magic Wand makeup. I love the color. We're going to put that on next. Wait till you see how nice this one comes out. Okay, so hang in there. You know your girl Mary will be right back with the lashes on, and we're going to finish up this beautiful Avon look for you, okay? So if you like Avon products and you're wondering, what do I do? And maybe you even have this compact with the eye colors. Just follow along at home and do your eye like I've done and see if you don't like it and enjoy it for a natural look that you could wear every day or wear to work. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, my friends, welcome back. Got the lashes on. They go on pretty easily. And these are my dollar store lashes. And my dollar store everlasting lash glue worked really good. It was clear. Yes, I didn't know what color it was, but it is clear. Okay, so you can see the gradient effect on my eyes where I go from lighter to darker in a natural look. So my next step is this. This is the Magic Wand foundation. What I do is I just start going like this, and I just got to move my hair back a little bit so I don't get it in my hair, and I take my Beauty blender, which is moist already. I have already moistened it, and I'm just going to gently put this Magic Wand foundation into my, just kind of allow it to go right into the skin ever so nicely. Look at that. So just put it where you want to have it, and you can work your way around your face. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one a lot. I can tell you, I really like the way this feels. And another great thing that's important too is I really like the color. Now when you get a good color match, I think that's almost like half of your battle, because I can tell you nothing looks worse on the skin than a bad color match. A light match will make you look really, take the life out of you, and a dark one will kind of look like you wanted to get a tan, but it didn't quite work out. So, and it too will not appear seamless and beautiful and like your natural skin. When you get, the closer you get to your color, the more natural and the more blended your foundation will look. Now, trying to get your color is sometimes difficult, I understand. So, if you're just beginning, you can always start with a drugstore brand. Like when you go into Walmart, some of the brands would have the makeup in a glass or plastic container that is see-through. And that's really nice because that gives you a really good idea of what color you're getting from the bottle. Now, there's such a thing as when you take the color out and you lay it on your skin, okay, and it blends with your skin and your chemistry, the color can change a little bit, but not too much, really. It's gonna pretty much the color that you got. Sometimes it gets a little darker, but pretty much it's gonna be the color. All right, so what I like to do is I like to get as close to my color as possible. I found some wonderful ones by CoverGirl with the Olay product in. I love that one. That one is awesome if you're in the summer and your skin tends to be dry, or even in the winter if your skin tends to be drier. That is an awesome foundation. If you're a little older like myself and you need some moisture in your skin and in your foundation. The place I find I need the moisture the most is under my eye. And under my eye is the place where I think your age can show the most, of course, under your eye, right? So what I like to do is I had this one from Avon that has the emollient in it. I think I've shown it in a lot of my videos, and I'll grab it out to show you. It is so nice for the under eye, and I used to take it to work with me, and as my under eye dried out during the day, I would come right into the break room and put this on my eye, and it really did help with the creasing or any malfunction under the eye. Okay, look how nice that came out. All right, now, oh wow, you see how nice that goes into the skin? Now, I haven't done too much under the eye for this reason. I'm going to use a concealer under the eye, and 1 second, I'm going to see if I have my Avon concealer here. Okay, all right. I have one here recent one. As you can see, I have a lot of concealers. I've been testing and trying a lot of them over the time. It's really interesting what you can get in a concealer. Okay, that's LA Colors. Let me see. I don't know if I have an Avon concealer. I should have thought of that earlier, but this is a contour stick by LA Colors. That's not it. And let's see what this one is. This is an Avon. This is, oh, Clinique. Oh, okay. All right. So I don't see me having an Avon concealer here. So, what a bummer. Oh, okay. So in that case, let's just go ahead and I have a lot of nice concealers here, and we can just pick one that is gonna kind of match up to my under eye right here. We got these LA Girl one right here we can use. It does match up to my skin pretty well, and I just like to lay it like this. And see how brightening it is? It's got a little bit of orange to it. You see that? That's for brightening. And I think that's going to work really well with our look today. Yes. Now, I go in very gently under the eye here, and what I do is I'm just going to spread it a little bit, but I'm going to let it set there before I do anything. I'm going to let it set for a couple of minutes. And as you can see the color I'm getting out of that? It's really brightening, right? You can see that? It's really brightening right under the eye to brighten it. And that's what you want. Now, you can see that I could use just another little dab right here. I'm not rushing this process whatsoever. Give yourself some time to let the concealer be absorbed under the eye here. Just let it gel in with your skin. Just give it a minute, and I'm not going to rub it in anymore. I'm going to let it. It's at the places I want it to be, so I'm just going to let it set, and then I'm going to gel it in just a minute. So as you can see, when I went along with the foundation, I covered up any lines I had in regard to having my brows done. That came out nice, and I've got a good surprise for you at the end here. Right now, what we can do is, I've got my foundation on. We need to take out our blush. Now, let's see. My daughter gave me my blush, and let me see where she put it for me. Okay, I got the Rose Tone blush. So 1 second. Okay, I'm back, and I have my lashes on, and I did a little work under my eye, and I want to show you what I used. Okay, it looks very nice, very even. Okay, what I used the LA Girls concealer. Okay, it's nice liquid concealer. And then I used this Magic Dust. It comes as a setting powder from Avon. Look at the nice color that is. So I took my beauty blender and I just dabbed it into it, and I just set my under eyes with it ever so gently. Okay, so I think that did a nice job of setting my under eye. And this is going to help all day it not be cracking and coming apart. I think it came out great. Now, to finish addressing the under eye, why don't we go in and do that next, and let's finish up the under eye, because I need to put a little more mascara on there. Oh yeah, you can see under my magnification. Okay, much better. Oh, much better. And I went back in and I worked on my my finish just a little bit. And another trick I want to show you is this. If you feel like you might have dusted too much powder, just take one of these again and just gently do this. Another thing you can do is, if you have baby oil and your under eye gets dry during the day, take a little bit and moisten this, and then add a tad bit of baby oil, and you're going to see your under eye is going to come alive again, and it's not going to be full of what you call cracks and, you know, streaking and all that. It really does work nice. So now let's pick out a color from our quad and see what color do you want to do on the under eye, because the under eye is looking really nice and bright. So I think we ought to go in with the lighter color for the under eye, or we could go in with the color that's this one that has the shine to it. That would look beautiful, I think. So let's take a very, very small brush for this. Very small brush, and let's go in and just apply the little bit of this darker brown color right here under the eye and see how that does look. Just go in with a small brush, dictating exactly where you want that to go. Just like that, and you can even wing it out. Now, another thing I have is I have a beautiful eyeliner in gold here. Look how nice that looks. Do you see how that brings out the eye just that little bit? And what I like to do is I like to go along the lash line right up to the lashes and get my line drawn just like that. My left eye, it's a little bit harder for me than the right, but it can be done. And then you can just wing it up. And that wing looks really pretty, just like that. Go light, and here, go light. We're not in any rush. We're just putting our makeup on, and we're not in a rush. One thing I don't like to do when I'm doing my makeup is have to be in a rush, because that takes it away from being peaceful and, you know, you don't get it on. Just give yourself a little extra time to do your makeup, and you'll be thankful for that, because not only will it come out nice, you'll have a good feeling about it. Okay. See how nice that came out? Okay, so now I have what they call, I think it's called a Glimmer Stick. And it's brand new, and it is in gold. Let's see if we get this guy open here. All right. Packaging is really tight on some things, isn't it? All right, we're just gonna pull her down like this. And there we go. Now, see how the gold color's on there? We're just gonna pull this top off. All right, and then it is already wound up, so let's show you what the color is. It's a light, nice light gold. I wonder how this looks. I'm gonna go right along the bottom edge of this. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Oh, you can really see it does show up quite well. I'm just going along the lower edge of my eyeliner here. The powder that I laid down. Now I'm just going to get it to go right along the lower edge right there. And that is just beautiful. And I brought it up on the other side. Right there, you can see it. It is pretty thick right there. And that makes for a pretty look. Another thing I could do is I could use it on my waterline also. And you can see how it just kind of pops the waterline and makes it pop in brightness. But wow, I'm loving that look. That is really pretty. Okay, now let's move on and let's get our blush on. I'm sorry I don't have a bronzer with this one, but I do have a really pretty blush. It's called Dusty Rose. What a great color, right? Just gonna take my brush, that's a fluffy brush. I'm just gonna go like this and go into the skin right here. I think it's such a beautiful color. I just like to kick it up a little bit and just put it on like that. It doesn't take much to put it on. It just goes right onto the skin so nicely. And it is a beautiful color, really pretty. Okay, now we got the blush going, and we got my foundation laid down. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the beautiful array of lipsticks we got. We got 3 liquid lipsticks, and they all look beautiful. Now, I always like a liquid lipstick. Say you're going to work or wherever you're going and you don't have a lot of time to be reapplying your lipstick. The liquid lipstick is good for that. It will last a long time. So, this first one I'm putting on is INK High Gloss, High Gloss Lipstick. Okay, now this one is a beautiful color. It's a little bit dark, but let's go ahead and let's try the darker one. I think we'll try the darker one first, or let's say maybe for ease of seeing the product, we should start with the lighter color and work towards the darker. Okay, let's do that because I don't want to throw you off and have it be, oh, now you know I love this color. Oh yeah. Being a little generous with it. I'm gonna let it dry down in just a minute. But yes, oh my, is that a beautiful color. Now, while I'm getting my makeup done, I wanted to tell you about my jewelry. This jewelry I'm wearing today is from Avon also. I want to tell you what I found wearing Avon jewelry all my years. I have a little trouble with the silver tarnishing and getting a tarnish remover. haven't found a great one that I like. Anyway, my dogs are barking. But anyway, what I was gonna say is the Avon Jewelry. I have had some from like early 2000, and it isn't silver, but it doesn't tarnish. It stays nice, and you know, where the silver will tarnish, this jewelry doesn't tarnish, and that I really like about it. I can have it for years to come, and it stays nice. Now look at this beautiful necklace and the crystals in it. It's just made so beautiful, and I love the silver crystals. Aren't they beautiful? And then the earrings, they come to match. And then this bracelet, well, I don't think it was part of the set, but I included it because it was on sale for like $8. And oh, I just love silver, because silver to me, it just kind of like brightens everything. It really does. It brightens everything. I like the look of silver. So for me, I got this nice liquid lip on. It's really beautiful, and as you can see, the coral is really pretty, but we're going to move on and do the next color. And for that, my daughter gave me this. It is to help me get the lipstick off, and I can put the other one on. It's waterproof eye and liquid makeup remover, and it's waterproof. So let's just see. This one, it isn't dried down quite yet, but let's just take it off, and we're going to do the next color so I can show you. I have 3 colors. I think the 3 colors came in the set. Now the next one is going to be a little darker. This is definitely a Valentine Red. Oh wow, beautiful. That's a really pretty red. What do you think? Do you like the red? I think it's beautiful. Yes, very pretty. All right. Yes, very nice. Now, we're going to try one more. You know, liquid lipsticks are kind of hard to remove. That's what they make them that way, so that they do stay on a long time. And the red is getting on my face here. No good. Alright, let me just wipe it down. I'm going to use one of my little pads. That'll get it off for me right there. Alright, now one more color to show you. And I think this color is a little bit lighter than the red for sure. You know, have you ever noticed some pigments really have a lot of color? I noticed that with the eyeshadows. At times I can put an eyeshadow on and the color will be so poignant that it doesn't come off until maybe a day or two, and it stains your lids. So I try to stay away from the eyeshadow that does that, or just wear it a short time and take it off quick. Okay, one more eye look, and that was my red. I did my red, I did my coral, and I have one more, and I think it is the darkest of the colors right here. Here it is, right here. Oh, it's like a purple color. All right. Oh, nice. All right. Now, I'm doing the purple color. And you can see, I think I'm going to leave this one on with my makeup. It goes good with the black jewelry and everything along that line. So, you know, let that one dry down. All right. So, as you can see, this is the Avon makeup look that I did for my daughter. And I like the eye look. I like the way the Magix Stick goes on. But I have found that it does break up in a little bit. it can break up a little bit, and I'm not sure why it does break up. The eyeliner pencil worked great. The Glimmer Stick worked great on my eye, and the shadow box was great. I love the jewelry. I love everything about the jewelry that I've gotten from Avon over the years and saved it. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you, see you later for today. I'm going to take some photos and put this video up. And anyone that is interested in the Avon products, I'll leave my daughter's Avon address for you. If you like the Avon products, you cannot beat the price. And the quality is there for the price. Like I said, the Magix Stick did break up on me a little bit, and I'm not sure why. But the beautiful blush looks nice. The eyebrows came out great. I love the liquid lip. It's really good. It's not quite dried down yet. But this is Mary saying, whatever time of day you're watching me, morning, noon, or night, I hope you have a great day. And I hope you come back and watch me for my next video. And this is an unusual one because I usually don't do a natural look. But I thought, well, considering that's what she asked me to make for her, that's what I did. So anyway, I better get off this video while my dogs are barking. Okay then, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.